As addressed in our previous video functions, issuing commands to a computer is not the same as issuing commands to a person. A computer will only do precisely what you tell it to do. To make an example, let's assume we have a completely empty dishwasher and a sink completely full of dirty dishes. If we told an individual to load the dishwasher, they would instinctually continue to load dishes from the sink into the dishwasher until there were no dishes left. If we were telling a computer in the same situation to load the dishwasher, we would need to continue to tell it to pick up each individual dish until there were no dishes left. This is where for loops can come in handy. When it is required to issue the same command to a computer multiple times, it is possible to use a for loop to automate this process for us. Depending on one's programming language, there are multiple kinds of for loops one can use. In Java, we can make use of for loops, while loops, and do while loops. For loops will continue to execute a command until ordered to finish. When typing for loops in code, they will look something like this. It is common for for loops to operate based on loop counters. Typically speaking, the number of iterations will be known before the for loop is executed. While loops, like for loops, will execute a given statement of commands while the condition is true. While loops, when written in code, will look something like this. While loops will check to see if the condition is true at the beginning of execution. Do while loops perform basically the same way, except they will check the condition at the end of the execution. These loops make repetitive commands such as getting pixel values of an image much less tedious than single-handedly collecting these values by hand. In an image comprised of hundreds of rows and columns of pixels, this would take copious amounts of time. Most repetitive commands, such as pick up the dirty dish, can be inserted into a for loop to automate the process. If we were doing this in Java, it would be possible to format the loop in a way that the computer would only pick up and place dirty dishes in the dishwasher while there are still dirty dishes in the sink. This will save you the time and effort of having to write out the same command multiple times.